Let it
I'd like to start out with this photo here was when I first started Perfect Angle. This is one of my first jobs. You see I wore a black polo. It was just coming off of my first business, which was a handyman company. So I have a lot of experience in blue collar business. That's why I get along so well with my blue collar boys here. This is where I started, right there, that Nissan Sentra. And that's where I started from. I started building sheds, and I would do bathroom remodels and stuff like that. I started doing that so that I could make money to go to Brazil to meet my wife. And that's essentially how it started. This is how it's going down there. I now have I first bought a van with holes in the floor. That was my second van. So my first van had holes in the floor as a handyman. When you would turn to the left, you would get water spraying on your leg. It was a nice van. So that's basically my background and where I came from. This is essentially the process that I start with. I also wanted to put this picture of TVs because we do sell TVs. A lot of people will think that they have to go to the store and buy the TV. This is our process. We come to the customer's house. We give them a full consultation, meaning we will prepare a quote on the spot if we can. If it's a larger job, we come back for a second visit, and we always do the proposal in person. So that's our consultation. We measure out the TV size. We walk through your house. We check all the wiring that you could possibly use to improve your networking. And then we create a design with pictures attached to the photos, price per room, that kind of thing. And it's a really intense process that sometimes takes 6 to 8 hours per job, sometimes if they're a larger job. Then the process is the installation. We come through and we just knock the installation out. We start pre-wiring. If it's a new construction project, we get everything prepped. We have labeling. We label all of our wires correctly. We do not leave a mess. The next thing is optimization. We like to make sure the customer is up to speed on how their system is going to work for them and how they're going to interact with it so that it's easy for them to use. We don't like to set up a complicated system if they don't need it. We like to make everything simple. The next thing is support. You can call me. Normally people don't have to call me because their system just works. And that's the kind of system that I like to push to people, is it just works. You don't need to pay a monthly subscription to me because it just works. The next thing I wanted to show you was some of our work. This was a job out in Millville that we did. This guy obviously had a lot of money up on the top there. We did multiple outdoor TVs. These speakers down here, these are actually made of concrete marble. These are actually speakers. They have built-in lights in them. They're very hard to wire. You have to run conduit to this area, and you have to actually run one wire for the lights and one wire for the speakers. It's a very complicated job. This one also had a bar featured in there that we also did the LEDs for. So this is, again, like a picture of the speaker here. This guy we call Scarface because he has the torches and the pools and the waterfalls. We did all the LED lighting around the walls. We soldered them. We do the lighting, and we can control everything from a smartphone or a tablet. You can control the torches. You can control the lights. You can control the TVs. You can put whatever source you want on the TV. You can have a Fire Stick on TV 1, and you can have an Apple TV on TV 2. That over there is a box. You push a button, the TV raises out of the box. So you'll see that in a second here. So the TV, you push a button on your smartphone or your tablet, and the TV will raise out of the box, turn itself on, and switch to whatever content you want to watch. This is the process of a new construction build. These are invisible speakers. So you see that's the before, that's the after. There's no speakers visible, but you can have a really awesome sound. That's a new construction process. We come in, we design the building. You can see that the TV is perfectly flush to the wall. It literally touches the wall. Okay, so that's the kind of design that we like to go with. There's no wires, there's no attachment. We're like a full premium design company. This is a typical thing that we walk into. We usually walk into something like this where all the equipment is stacked up. And that's basically what we come into. And this is what we leave with, typically.
Wow.
All right, so I just wanted to go over something about like how important it is for Wi-Fi in the Hamptons and other areas to be up. Owning a $13 million home in the Hamptons, so I'm working on one right now, you lose connection for one day. That means you have no internet, no meetings, no emails, no productivity. Your real financial impact is about $10,500 a day. in one day when you lose internet. And I think that reliable internet isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. And I think that some people with high net worth need that backup internet. And you know, to your credit, we have full battery backup systems. We use also redundant internets like T-Mobile and Starlink, and we incorporate that into people's houses. And I think that's just a really great way to provide people with a good service. The next thing I wanted to show you is some of the features that we can also add. We did a full 7-channel audio system here with a subwoofer. This system really kicked ass. And the customer, she was retiring and she wanted to spend some money on her retirement home. And this is basically like the project she wanted, she was the most excited for. This took a lot of math and a lot of engineering. And what we do isn't just hanging TVs. We have to do math, we have to do angles, we have to do measurements, we have to plan for that drywall box when it comes down to make sure it looks like a nice painted drywall box. And when it comes back up, you can see that it perfectly clicks exactly to the wall.
He goes the extra mile when he does stuff, and it looks, I just gotta say, dude, your work is phenomenal from what I've seen.